I do want to get to this great sound because we do have a referee problem. The officials. And if you're Dan Dibley or Matthew Steinmetz, you probably want to turn off the radio.
I'm so sick of hearing anybody cape up for officials. Stop it. Just they've been bad. They're well compensated. No one goes to the games in a referee shirt.
Yeah,
I'm so sick of hearing excuses for horrible officiating. If you were as bad as some of the officials are at their job, you'd be fired. Stop it.
So
they've got tenure.
So the Lakers, they beat the Raptors 132-131. This was a really exciting game. The Lakers outscored the Raptors 44-42 in the fourth quarter. And I felt like the fourth quarter, I decided, it's like, you know what, I'm going to stay up for this. And it just stalled out. And I'm just thinking, like, dear God, why? Why did I stay up for this? Well, I stayed up for it to hear a rant from the Toronto Raptors coach, Darko Rajacic. Right? Is that right?
Rajakovic.
Well, Langford told us Rajacic. Rajakovic.
Put that down for mispronunciation of the year for next year.
I already got two of them on the board. Rajakovic.
Who's your other one?
Well, the Japanese pitcher that you were afraid to because you don't want to be on a mispronunciation.
Was it Shinto Imanaga?
This guy had 5 nominations for mispronunciations. I had 1, and I ended up with it.
You know that I will end up getting my.
I might go on there. Shota Imanaga.
Yeah,
Shota.
I'll get mine in.
Shota.
You know.
Who did I say? Shota?
You just wait till Hufanga comes back.
Oh, Hufanga?
That was a joke.
I'm just going to start calling guys by their first name or last name like I do with the starting lineup sometimes on Warriors pregame live. You get some of these European players. Oh, they got Darko at the 5.
Darko and them boys.
Darko and the boys. Like Alexei Pokashevsky for the longest time say, oh, they got Alexei back. Who's Alexei Bate? Oh, I'm just going to leave that one alone.
When Shidavili was a Warrior, everyone just called him Nico.
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got Nico.
Zarko Chabarkaba.
We got Nico. Let's call him Darko. But the Lakers shot 36 free throws in the game, and the Raptors shot 13. In the fourth quarter, Sacramento Kings fans can attest to this. The Lakers had 23 free throw attempts to the Raptors 2.
So this is what I always hear from referees. And I know Dibs is somewhere going like, well, if you foul, it's a foul, it's a foul. Dog, if you're watching a game, and whether it's CYO, high school, college, whatever, and if you're shooting 23 free throws and it's a 12-minute quarter, you do the math. You tell me if that's a watchable product. Oh, but Joe, they're hacking. Yeah, and there's a time to swallow the whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need to allow a little bit of flow. I mean, come on.
Hey, so
23 free throws in the fourth quarter alone.
Dude, and some of these fouls were just, they gave Quickly his 6th foul and a flagrant 1 on the same play. He was driving by Cam Reddish, and his elbow was out, but he didn't do anything malicious, and it caught Cam Reddish on the chin and the lip, and they gave him a flagrant 1. And it was like, what? They called R.J. Bear for a moving screen. Anthony Davis was definitely trying to win an Academy Award on this play. And it wiped out a 3-pointer by, I believe, Scotty Barnes. And I just started laughing. And then I knew it wasn't just me because the texts start rolling in from my NBA buddies. Did you see that foul? The Lakers continue to get gifts. Well, here's Darko Rajakovic after the game. Check this out from my homegirl, Kayla Gray of TSN. Kayla Gray was down here in the Bay Area. I love Kayla. She's Mrs. Canada. She does everything up there. Here's Darko Rajakovic.
3 free throws in that fourth quarter. What did you?
Thank you, Doug. That's outrageous. What happened tonight? This is completely BS. This is shame. Shame for the referees. Shame for the league to allow this. 23 free throws for them, and we get 2 free throws in the fourth quarter. Like how to play the game. I understand respect for all stars and all that, but we have star players on our team as well. How's possible that Scotty Barnes, who is all-star caliber player in this league, he goes every single time to the rim with force and trying to get to the rim without flopping and not trying to get foul calls. He gets 2 free throws for the whole game. How's that possible? How are you going to explain that to me? They had to win tonight? If that's the case, just let us know so we don't show up for the game. Just give them a win. But that was not fair tonight. And this is not happening first time for us. Scotty Barnes is going to be all-star. He's going to be the face of this league. And what's happening over here during whole season, I've been holding it back. It's a complete crap.
Getting any explanations at all? That offensive foul, did you see, get any explanation?
No, there is no explanation. They just come up there, they review and they see what they want to see. They don't want to hear us, what we got to say. They don't want to hear the players. They don't just want to protect us. Over again, they got 36 free throws, 23 free throws in the fourth quarter. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? How are we supposed to play?
Is this a one-off, or do you feel this has been happening to your team a lot throughout this?
It's happening a lot. But I'm telling our guys, be professional. Keep fighting. Keep going for the next one. But until when? For how long?
Darko Rajakovic.
My new favorite coach.
Unbelievable. Did you see the video?
I watched the whole video.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I've been very critical of Steve Kerr in the playoffs in particular over the lack of going at the officials over the physicality off ball on Clay and Steph.
Right.
And I love that he's standing up for his guys. A, I love the passion. B, when he says, I've been holding back, meaning he's been thinking about this for quite some time and he's had enough. Here's the biggest issue with the disparity on free throws and things like that. And this is where it drives me nuts. Well, Joe, that team hacks. Usually in a game, when you're watching the game, how many times do you see contact on one end of the floor, not called, and on the immediate next possession, similar or less contact, way away from the ball, way away from the hoop, is called automatically? That's the problem with officiating. It's the consistency, and he referenced it multiple times in his rant. It's the consistency. That's where people lose their minds.
Kevin Cutler, Ben Taylor, Tyler Ricks were the officials last night. Ben Taylor was been called out by Fred VanVleet. These guys are a joke.
Ben Taylor is a joke.
He's a joke. He's one of the worst. The fact that we know these guys' names, I keep saying it, they're the worst. They're the worst out of all the officials. And I think even the college referees in the national championship game, they called that hold on the Washington right tackle, which reversed a 32-yard play, which could have helped Washington tie that football game. The very next possession from Michigan, you see their right tackle clearly holding a Washington defensive end, but Michigan gets a big pass play to their tight end. It's like, just be consistent, folks. They had 12 men on the field on one of those third downs, did not get called. So it's all across the leagues. Well, it's baseball, it's football, it's college football, it's high school football, it's high school basketball, it's the NBA. These officials are terrible, terrible, and it's ruining the sport. 23 free throws in the fourth quarter. I'm sitting there, I got no dog in the fight. I just want to see a good basketball game on a Tuesday night in my bed. I don't care that it's the Lakers. They were balling. They were going back and forth. Scotty Barnes going to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis going to Scotty Barnes. LeBron James hit a three to tie it at 105 apiece. Crypto.com arena was going crazy. I said, this is what I sign up for when I buy League Pass. This is good NBA basketball. But the whistles had to start. The referees had to interject and had to make it about themselves. And it happens over and over and over again. I'm so sick of this. Adam Silver, Roger Goodell, Rob Manfred, whoever runs the whole damn NCAA. I am tired of talking about the damn officials because they're ruining sports. They always make it about themselves. They're terrible, man.
But here's the biggest problem with the officiating issue. It's never about one individual call in a game. It's the collective incompetence throughout a game, and you see it building up and crescendoing. Do you not?
Oh, I see. I saw it yesterday.
Same crews.
It's always
They're
the same crews. The same crews over and over and over again. And I know it's a tough job. I know it's a difficult thing to do. These guys are athletic. Well, do something about it. Maybe we need 4 reps. Maybe we need 4 reps, one in each quarter as I turn off my microphone because I'm so angry talking about these jokers. I'm serious, man. Have 4 reps. What do we need to do to help you get better? What do we need to do? Because I'm tired of talking about them.
And the worst part about it is when you're watching the games, when you see the official throw something where they have the worst angle of the other officials that are on the floor.
I know. The guy being under the basket won't call it. The guy from the three-point line to call it from behind. So get these refs in each corner so they only have to run half the court. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they can't keep up. But also the one thing that bothers me is that these referees, like if a player goes 2 for 11, if a player goes 3 for 16, they got to go up to the podium and they got to talk. And if they don't go to the podium and talk after a bad game, then the media rips them. Oh, this player didn't show up after a bad game. Oh, what a jerk. Oh, what a sore loser. But these officials are allowed to make bad call after bad call. And Anthony Slater told us about a month ago as a pool reporter that they basically give him the questions to ask them, and they get to skate by and hide and not be held accountable and not be put on the podium to be asked these questions about why they made a call or we can't get an explanation. It's a joke, and I'm getting tired of it, man. People spend a lot of money to watch these players play, to watch top product. And who cares if that happened to the Lakers? It's not even about the Lakers at this point. It's about just being consistent. They screwed the Raptors last night.
But you see it in, like, Sunday Night Football is a great example, and I referenced this earlier this week. Josh Allen runs for a first down. And it's very debatable on where the ball is, right? Mm-hmm. But then you see the line judge or whatever, the side official, comes flying in. I'm like, wait a minute. The guy with the worst point of view, looking through thousands of pounds of human flesh, is going to mark the ball clearly a yard and a half behind wherever we all see on television where Josh Allen is. I don't even know that he got the first down. But I know this. The spot of where you put the ball was clearly wrong.
Wow. Yeah.
And here's the thing. The Miami Dolphins were out of challenges late in that game because they had to challenge an incompetent play earlier in the game.
Exactly.
And people are like, well, you can't waste your challenge. But what if the referees are incompetent?
Right. They are. And they are. And they are. And it's hard to defend. Last night, I don't blame Darko Rajakovic for going off the way he did. He should defend it for his guys. They got screwed in L.A. And all those Raptor fans who stayed up that late at night, it's 10:30 on the East Coast when that game tipped off, and they're staying up till 1:30 to watch that happen to their team in the fourth quarter. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. We have to do better in these leagues. There's too much money invested in the NFL and Major League Baseball and the NBA for this to keep happening over and over and over again. I'm so tired of talking about the officials, but they make it about themselves and they screw it up left and right. I don't want to hear about the old guard being gone. I don't want to hear about new roof. Get these guys up to speed and let's go. All right? Let's go. There's too much money. There's too much gambling. There's too much on the line here. 23 free throws in the fourth quarter. It gets 2. And you got to go back and watch some of these calls. I mean, I was in bed like, oh, my God. I was like, I had to sit up in bed. It's like, oh, my God, did they really just call that?
Bonta, I watch the Warriors every week. I'm watching one of the top 10 players. I bet if we looked and we said average free throws per game, Steph, of all the guys considered for top 15 players ever, has to be the lowest.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
He has to have the least amount of double-digit free throw attempt games. Just go through the metrics. I watched Jonathan Kuminga. I'm not even here to say Jonathan Kuminga is a star. Jonathan Kuminga has not gotten a good whistle in the league for 3 straight years.
I know. It's
3 straight years.
I was watching from the tunnel the other day.
3 straight years.
They missed a call on Steph. I forget what play it was. He just got up and looked around, and I see the red mark on the player, and he got fouled, and it's like, play on. It's like, what? What? So do better, officials. I'm glad. And, unfortunately, Darko's going to take a fine. He's going to take it like a $50,000 fine. But good for him for sticking up for Scotty Barnes. Good for him for sticking up for the league. And good for him for sticking up for Toronto. Because that's disgusting. And quite frankly, we're all tired of it as fans. That's why fans don't want to go to games. And they don't want to spend top dollar. Because these doofuses with whistles don't know what the hell they're doing. And then they get to skate by, not say anything, not hold a presser. We can't touch them. We can't talk to them. Please. Referees are a joke.